Hello everyone and welcome back to Jquery lessons in Codecademy. So in the last lesson we finished the section on animation and movement and extra functions. Today we're going to be starting a new section which is on Jquery Effects. So let's see what we can learn more about Jquery Effects. So what we already know is that we can use hide and things like that, or fade away. I don't know what else was there. So you already know a lot about Jquery Effects, so let's try a training wheels free exercise. You can do this, believe in you. So what we need to do is write the necessary jQuery code to .hide your div as soon as the HTML document is ready. So that's quite easy actually. Just do this. Command.ready, and once it is ready, we want function. And inside of here, oops, I want that to be not indented at all. Instead of here I want to run the function .hide on div. So I need to make div a jQuery element and I want to hide it. There we go, 7 submit code and it's hidden. Moving on, more practice with .animate. So let's get in a little more practice with the .animate effect. That's the one with the slightly more complicated input. If we wanted to move a div 10 pixels down, we type something like this. So the function is the thing that you want to animate. In this case, we're looking at the div. Then you have .animate, which is the name of the function, and you have to use. Then you have the parentheses, inside of which you have to say something. So you have two arguments. The second argument, I'm going to come back to the first. The second argument is how long you want the animation to take place for. So do you want it to be quick or slow? The greater the number, the slower it is, because that's how many milliseconds. You can also type in there slow as a string or fast as a string, which also work. I don't actually know what the exact time of those are, so I don't know if it's like 1000 milliseconds or 1 millisecond. But you can experiment with those, or to be more accurate, you can just use the numbers. So the first argument, I'm coming back to it now, is you're saying you're adjusting the border, or in this case, you have top, and to the border, to the top, you're adding 10 pixels to what it already is. So if the border of this is, I don't know, 5 pixels now, when you add 10 pixels, it's going to be 15. So the image or the div is going to shift 15 pixels down. So where the bit between curly braces says, hey jQuery, add 10 pixels to the current top margin, and the second input says, do it in 500 milliseconds, or half a second. So going down, let's begin by targeting our image inside that, so making it a jQuery element. So we want to do that straight away, and that was already given to me. Oh well. There we go. Then let's animate our image to go down by 100 pixels. Okay, so minus equals 10 pixels. That's actually going to make it go up. So I want to make it go down, and that. Let's make it happen in 1 second or 1000 milliseconds. There we go. And do I need to do anything for that to happen? It looks like your elevator didn't move 100 pixels in 1 second. Did you add 100 pixels to the top? I definitely did. Oh, right. I put it in the wrong section. So you need to close the curly brace there and do it like that. That should hopefully be fine. Nope, okay. That's weird. So, okay, it's not a div actually. I was just looking at the HTML, I was confused, and I realized that there is no div. And then reading the instructions again, I saw by targeting our image. So to do that, you just want to target all images, because there's only one image now and it doesn't care. If you wanted to make it a specific image, then you would use classes or IDs in CSS. But in this case, it's the image, so we want to animate the image to do this. And I don't know if this actually works. I don't think it will work. Yeah, it doesn't work. I don't know why they had it like that. That's just a weird way of doing it, because it doesn't even work. So if you want it to work, then do it this way. And that's actually allow it to let us go to the next lesson. There we go. Good. Moving on. Introducing Jquery Ui. Alright, time to blaze new Jquery trails with a new Jquery library, Jquery Ui. So Jquery Ui includes a number of ultra fancy animations you can use to make your websites do incredible things. That sounds quite good, hopefully, we will see. So for instance, remember when we lamented that Jquery didn't include a .blowup effect for our planet Krypton? Well, that's still true, but Jquery Ui has a .effect and we are totally going to give it the input explode. So we're going to make Krypton explode this time instead of just fade away. Note that we've included an extra script tag in our HTML documents. This is used to include Jquery Ui in our web pages. We don't have to do this with regular Jquery since Codecademy automatically includes it for us. Okay, so that's good. If we're not doing this on Codecademy, we'd still have to add a script of Jquery, I'm guessing. Instructions. In the script.js tab, get your document ready. Wow, again, please do it for me. There we go. I've got it ready. And pass in a click event. So I'm guessing it wants us to do it on the document. That needs a semicolon, and again, function, like most things do. And handler, oh, on your div. Okay, fair enough, that's quite easy to change. Inside that, call .effect on your div and give it the input explode. .effect on my div, so I want to target my div, not pound but $. Again, div .effect and explode. This is probably written in CSS what happens, or maybe not. Oh, that was interesting. Nope, there's nothing in CSS about that. Okay. Head over to the results tab and click on Krypton to watch it explode. So I'm clicking in other places other than Krypton. When I click on Krypton, it splits into 9 smaller planets. I guess it explodes in that way. Okay. Fair enough. We made it explode. That is what explode means, actually, to split up into smaller bits. .bounce. Cool, right? But we can do much more than just blow things up. Oh, actually, I want to go back a bit. So, as I said, explode actually, if you look it up in the dictionary, it doesn't really mean to blow up or to have like a burning stuff. It just means to make it into smaller bits. Off topic. So what we're doing here is going once the document is ready, so once our HTML has loaded, if we click on a div, on any div actually is what we're saying, but because there's one div, we can click on that one div and only that div will respond. Otherwise, if you had multiple divs and you wanted to specify which one, you could either use classes or .this, but .this might not be as effective, so classes would be more effective. And so we are targeting that div, and once it's clicked, we put an effect on it, and that effect in this case is explode, using the effect function. Let's click like that, and let's actually move on now. Another possible effect is bounce. We give this as an input to .effect, just like explode, but we add an extra input to tell it how many times to bounce. So this code will make our target div bounce twice in 200 milliseconds. I wonder how quickly that will bounce. Change your explode to bounce and make it so Krypton bounces 300 times in 500 milliseconds when you click on it. That's going to be interesting. Bounce, and oh no, effect stays the same. This changes. And also 500 milliseconds. So okay, so the inputs are slightly different. I want it to be in 500 milliseconds and times 300 times. Okay, this is going to be interesting. That's bouncing a lot of times, but it's like we're shaking it up, I'm guessing. So maybe we're going to be shooting it and then it explodes after some time. That's going to be interesting. I also want to try out explode here. And what if we do explode times 300? Is it going to explode more than once? I just want to see. Nope, it only explodes once. So some effects have different some effects allow you to have more things added to them. Okay, let's move on. .slide. We can also make Krypton.slide into view. Not surprisingly, we do this by calling the effect and passing in slide as an input. If you want to see everything Jquery Ui can do, you can check out the documentation here. Or you can, to get to here, you need to put that in or something, I don't know. Go to Codecademy and check it out. Instructions: go ahead and change your bounce to a slide and remove the other two inputs. Slide, and let's remove the time and how many times. If we click on it, it slides into view. That's quite interesting. So you could use that for elements that you want to, I don't know, animate, I guess, to do other things too. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then please feel free, or please do like it, share and subscribe. If you didn't like it though, please give it a dislike. I don't know, tell me why you didn't like it so that I can improve for next time. If you have any questions as well, please feel free to ask those questions. I will answer them as soon as possible. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching and goodbye.